The official Downton Abbey Instagram paid tribute to Dame Maggie Smith, saying, "A true British icon. Thank you for everything, Dame Maggie Smith." And honestly, she really was a legend, and her legacy will definitely live on in Downton Abbey 3. So, let's dive into everything we know so far about the upcoming movie. Downton Abbey 3 is officially set to hit cinemas in the UK and US on September 12, 2025. There's a 3-year gap between this and the last film, Downton Abbey: A New Era, which came out in 2022. Just like before, part of the delay was due to the pandemic affecting filming schedules. Filming for the third movie took place between May and August 2024, so as long as there are no unexpected reshoots, everything is on track for its 2025 release. The cast for Downton Abbey 3 has been confirmed, with a lot of familiar faces returning. Hugh Bonneville, Elizabeth McGovern, Michelle Dockery, Phyllis Logan, Robert James Collier, Joanne Froggatt, Penelope Wilton, Leslie Nichol, Paul Giamatti, and Dominic West are all reprising their roles from both the previous films and the TV series. In a video released in May 2024, Michelle Dockery expressed her excitement about the upcoming Downton Abbey 3, saying, "It feels amazing, a tad emotional. It's wonderful to all be back together again. You come back together and it's like no time has passed at all." She went on to announce that production for the third film is officially underway and the cast is thrilled to return. Returning cast members include Laura Carmichael, Jim Carter, Alan Leach, Michael Fox, Raquel Cassidy, Brendan Coyle, Kevin Doyle, Harry Haddon-Payton, Sophia McShera, and Douglas Reith. New additions to the cast include Jolie Richardson, Alessandro Nivola, Simon Russell Beale, and Artie Frusciante. Although Imelda Staunton, who played the Dowager, hasn't been confirmed to return, it seems unlikely her character will reappear due to the Dowager's death in the previous movie. Additionally, while it's unclear if Dame Maggie Smith filmed anything for the third movie before her passing in September 2024, it seems she won't be making an appearance. Penelope Wilton's return as Isabel Grey hasn't been confirmed either, though she previously expressed her interest in returning. As for Matthew Goode, who wasn't in A New Era due to scheduling conflicts, there's a chance he could return for the third movie, especially if his character's relationship with Mary is explored further. One character whose return is uncertain is Robert James Collier's Thomas Barrow. At the end of A New Era, Barrow accepted an offer to move to America with Dominic West's Guy Dexter. Since West is returning for the third film, there's a possibility Barrow could join him, but nothing is confirmed yet. It's also unlikely that Natalie Bay or Jonathan Zakai will return, as their storylines were wrapped up in the last film. That said, the ending of Downton Abbey: A New Era leaves the Crawley family at a turning point, perfectly setting up the story for the upcoming sequel. Let's break it down. At the heart of the movie's conclusion is the passing of Violet Crawley, the Dowager Countess played by the legendary Dame Maggie Smith. Her inheritance of a villa in the south of France provides a new asset for the Crawley family, securing their legacy for another generation. The villa, alongside Downton itself, becomes a symbol of stability as the family navigates a world that continues to evolve around them. The film also sees Downton Abbey surviving the somewhat chaotic but ultimately charming production of The Gambler, a silent film turned talkie led by director Jack Barber Hugh Dancy. The Crawleys' acceptance of this modern disruption hints at their ability to adapt, a theme that's likely to carry forward in Downton Abbey 3. However, it's Violet's death that anchors the movie's emotional weight and points the way forward. Her final moments are spent surrounded by loved ones, marking a poignant farewell for both the character and the actress. With Violet gone, Lady Mary steps into her role as the de facto leader of Downton Abbey. She now holds the reins of the family estate, a responsibility that her grandmother and father, Robert, had long been preparing her for. Mary's new role as the head of Downton could present challenges for her participation in future adventures, such as the teased trip to New York in Downton Abbey 3. Her deep sense of duty and loyalty to Violet's memory might keep her firmly anchored at the estate, ensuring everything runs smoothly under her watchful eye. This tension between responsibility and adventure is likely to play a key role in the next chapter of the Crawley saga. As for who's set to inherit the villa in the south of France, after some drama with Madame Montmirail contesting the inheritance, things were resolved in Downton Abbey 2. The will of the late Montmirail patriarch was honored, and as Violet Crawley intended, her great-granddaughter Sibby Branson will eventually inherit the property, Sibby, the daughter of Tom Branson and the late Sybil Crawley, was the only great-grandchild without her own estate, something Violent made sure to change. With this, the next generation of the Crawley family won't have to squabble over inheritance, and the villa might even serve as a backdrop for future family reunions as time moves forward. But it's not just the Crawley family seeing big changes. Life downstairs is evolving too. The household staff is on the brink of transformation. Loyal butler Thomas Barrow is stepping away from the role he worked so hard to attain. After heartbreak in Downton Abbey the motion picture, Barrow's luck and love changed dramatically when Guy Dexter invited him to be both his live-in partner and personal butler, an incredible step in a time when queer relationships faced harsh societal judgment. Romance is also shaking things up for others on the staff. Joseph Molesley finally proposed to Phyllis Baxter and even started a new career as a screenwriter. Meanwhile, Beryl Patmore might have found her own slice of happiness with Albert Mason. Between retirements, job changes, and new relationships, it's clear the Downton staff is heading for a major shakeup, one that promises to redefine life below stairs. With Thomas Barrow stepping down as butler, Lady Mary Talbot makes a significant call to bring stability back to the household. She temporarily rehires Charles Carson, trusting the dependable former butler to train young Andy Parker as his successor. Carson's return, however, comes with an expiration date. Once Andy is fully trained, Carson plans to return to retirement, enjoying peaceful days in the garden with his wife Elsie. Given Carson's health struggles introduced in Season 6, his second farewell could be the next bittersweet departure for the Downton family. On the family front, Downton Abbey: A New Era introduced a worrying twist with Cora Crawley, Countess of Grantham, facing a potentially fatal illness. Thankfully, the diagnosis turned out to be pernicious anemia, a treatable condition, according to Dr. Clarkson. Still, this storyline feels like a subtle hint that mortality could soon touch Cora and Robert's love story, much like how Violet's illness foreshadowed her heartbreaking exit. It's a sobering reminder that even the Crawleys aren't immune to life's fragility. Meanwhile, Lady Mary Talbot's marriage seems to be on shaky ground. Matthew Good's absence as Henry Talbot in the sequel left a noticeable gap, with Lady Mary forming a potentially flirtatious bond with director Jack Barber. While Mary didn't cross any lines, the interaction raised questions about her marriage. Henry's passion for travel already strained their relationship, and one has to wonder how long Mary will tolerate his absences before drawing the line. With so many unresolved threads, Downton Abbey 3 is poised to dive deeper into the Crawley family's future. From Carson's retirement and Cora's health to Lady Mary's potential struggles, there's no shortage of drama waiting to unfold. And let's be honest, we're all going to need a fresh box of tissues. And that's all we know about the upcoming Downton Abbey movie. Thanks so much for watching, and rest assured, if anything new comes out, we'll keep you updated. Till then, can you do us a favor and hit that subscribe button? Give this video a thumbs up and let us know your thoughts in the comments. We appreciate your support more than you know, and we'll see you in the next one.